Good morning, Derek.
Good morning.
You have a lot going on. Good Friday, the sun's shining, we got dry weather. Boy, is it ever going to rain again?
It's Good Friday?
I know.
Well, it's a good Friday.
It's a bad Friday.
The weather,
Go back and try
You
it
want to
again.
redo summer?
the
I'm all
weather
for
feels
that.
like Good Friday.
Yeah.
Like we're there. But what is up with this weather?
And look, I'm off today, and I'm here sharing it with you.
That is very
We
nice.
appreciate that.
To
I was
get
up nice and early.
to get up early and get out. Okay, this is celebrating 60 years.
60 years of bringing Broadway to Utica. Yes, 1957, Pearl Nathan created the Broadway Theater League.
Well, we've kind of been celebrating that through the year already a little bit because it's was it fall 1957?
Actually, it was November 16th, so it will be
okay.
coming up.
So it's going to be
wow.
a big anniversary
Which
coming
is
up.
interesting because we actually will have a show here on the 16th of November. So our actual anniversary date, we'll actually have a show here as well.
That's big.
That's awesome.
I think it's great. It adds. I'm a big fan of Broadway, and my wife is huge. My daughter really big into it.
Yes,
So
thank you for your support.
And we went to. I asked you which. I want to apologize because I asked you when we went to New York what show should we see, and you took the time to give me a nice long list of shows, and I didn't follow any of it. Because, Derek, I don't make any decisions in my life.
But you made
blame it on your wife,
Well,
yeah.
Allison, if it was Allison,
It
or
was.
his daughter that made that decision, I think was perfect. And the only reason why I never mentioned that is because
You would have thought we'd seen it.
I would have thought you've seen it.
Yeah, I do want to say that I surprisingly, I thought I was going to not like it. Because I'm not an opera, I'm not an opera fan, but it really was. It was the story around that. I mean, Phantom of the Opera was pretty awesome.
It is. I've
Really
seen
an
it
amazing
17
show.
times.
That's what I told my wife. Said, "Wow."
And every time I see it, it's like the first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like-
really, really, and to see these in New York, it is there is something special about that. But to see them up here, there's a whole different kind of special. The theaters are larger, it's more comfortable, and in the case of what you're going to launch with this year, Andrew Lloyd Webber's "Love Never Dies," this will be the first time this show is seen in the United States.
Yes.
That's pretty big.
It's huge, huge, Andrew. It's huge. It's pretty exciting that we're actually we get the opportunity, and how we get these opportunities is being able to get out there and sell Utica as a convenient place for us to bring in the actors. And I'm talking about teching the shows.
Yeah.
I can get out and sell Utica on our hotels, are in close proximity to the theater. Our stage has a 50-foot expansion 10 years ago, this year I believe, and also this we can transport people back and forth from hotels to restaurants to the theater with minimal loss in payroll. We also get to bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars of local labor.
Yeah.
We're taking people off the unemployment lines or people who need second jobs to make ends meet. That's all local labor. We go out there and we source all of that.
Now, Uber's a good sell. It's here.
Well, you don't know how happy I am with that. Every producer that comes here
Wants Uber.
Yeah, and they're on the app,
yeah.
and I'm like, don't even go there.
Well,
now I can say, go there.
I got to tell you, the one thing I hate is the parking. It's a real problem, and if they could add more parking, it would be the greatest thing in the world. And I worry every time I park for a show or any event at the Stanley, I worry that I'm going to get towed because you hear stories that certain
And we did
banks
have a
are
landlord
towing.
in one of the buildings on Genesee that was doing that.
They were towing people.
Yes, they
Yeah.
were. And as of yesterday, and I can't say who this is because I have not finalized it, but I have arranged for an additional parking lot. And and we have someone who owns a building near us who's being extremely generous
That's awesome.
and allowing me to publicize that we will be using their lot for
That's
parking as
big.
well.
That's awesome.
So that'll be coming up for next season.
Where I was going with this is that having Uber to be able to grab a car, drop you off, and then know that in just a couple of minutes you just get on the app and you have them picking you up, taking you home. That'll really help, and it would help in the congestion down there too.
Well, and I'm hoping that the first show that we just see a sea of a line of Uber cars.
Yeah, right.
You know, like New York City in front of the theater.
Yeah.
You go to New York City at 10 o'clock when you walk out, it's nothing but a sea of black town cars.
Yeah, right.
And a few Cadillac Escalades, but they're all Uber, picking people up.
Okay, so what are we talking about today? Of course, your tickets will go on sale a week from today to the general public, right?
For Love Never Dies, yes.
For ticket sales.
Yes, general public ticket sales, and that's actually the big announcement for today is that 1 week from today, we will go on sale for Love Never Dies to the general public. It's been on sale for subscribers.
Explain what the show is. This is Andrew Lloyd Webber's answer to.
This is the sequel. This is Andrew Lloyd Webber's. What happens to the Phantom after Love Never Dies, the Phantom Returns. So it's part 2, and he has gone back. It was in London, and and they made a movie of it as well. And the movie wasn't all that great. I was actually told not to watch it, and. So they, he went back, he reworked the script, he reworked the score, the choreography, and has now repackaged it and is bringing it onto Broadway. So it will be here in Utica before it goes on its national tour.
Now, there was some revelation that you gave us yesterday. Can you do any of that now? Can you talk about, tease that at all now, or would you rather not?
No, I'm working very hard to get someone special here, so
okay.
We'll see who
That's all that can be said.
Well, I've been here for quite some time, Derek. So.
It's all about you, Jeff.
If people wanted to buy the season...
My goal is to get Jeff into a seat in the theater
you can
for a couple hours.
Oh, that's not a problem. I'll get into a seat.
You will be there for Love Never Dies?
For Love Never Dies. Oh, I thought you meant a seat at the show. Because I've been to shows there.
No.
I think we can make that happen.
Okay.
It really is about...
I know he goes to bed early.
It is about going to a show, though, that you really like. And I think that you've done a really good job of lining up shows that this community, I think, will really like. I mean, we've all been to a movie that we just didn't love, and if you go to the theater, you've been to a show that you didn't love. And anytime you're sitting for a long period of time, you don't love something. That can be a little tedious. But
it is.
You have done, your lineup here, I think, is really good.
One of my favorites is the final show. Is Chicago. That's going to be amazing.
And Chicago, I didn't expect Chicago to get the the applause that it got when I announced, but it did. It got a great applause. And quite the opposite. I've had a few people, and I have all the numbers and I have all the facts, but it is interesting to see the letters that come in or the calls that I get from some theater goers in the area that say, you just had Chicago here. It was just here. And it wasn't. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
And I made a commitment to try to keep a 7 to 10 year range before bringing shows back. Mm-hmm. The Broadway community doesn't like that I'm doing that. And some of them say that you're going to run out of shows because Broadway's all about revivals. And so we're going to try it. We're going to see. I'm going to try to keep that spread. But Chicago was brought back because it was here on our 50th anniversary.
Oh, cool.
So I purposely brought it back for the 60th to close out the season.
Nice.
Got it. Okay, there's another show. You are some unique shows that you're doing. Of course, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Yes, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yeah. That I'm so excited about. My producer who brought us A Christmas Story last year, it gave us Grinch as a thank you gift for everything we did for him last year. And
wow.
He, if you saw A Christmas Story was absolutely beautiful. It was just the whole production was gorgeous, and you just don't think of that movie as being a beautiful show. He says that Grinch is 10 times better.
Wow. The other one that I find unique is The Illusionists.
Excuse me. Yes, The Illusionist is right now. It's the top grossing Broadway show on the touring circuit.
Wow!
And it's a magic show, but it's not just magic. It's like floating bodies and people, and it's definitely going to be the one show that I believe that's going to be male driven.
Yeah.
Guys are going to want to see the show. They're going to want to bring their kids to the show.
Nice.
And then the wives may tag along.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they will. But you got a great lineup. And Cabaret. I saw Cabaret at Studio 54.
Wow.
And I do have to say we had front row seats for that. And holy moly, it was like going to a strip show.
Bill was pulling out once.
Oh, really?
They were legitimate. Their costuming was legitimate. It's quite a show.
Legitimate. It was legitimate.
Yep, that's all I'm going to say.
And I had to tone Cabaret down in the book in the photos.
It's
I toned it down a little bit.
Great show though. Oh.
It is, and the age, all the shows are, they're governed by the Tonys on the age brackets that, kind of like going to see a movie,
Right.
Red R, PG-17, and all of that. Our shows are the same way. So they're saying that this is 12 and up, and so there could be some racy scenes in it, but that's just, we can't change a Broadway show because they're in Utica.
Right.
You have to let your mind go. It's the arts, it's theater.
Yeah.
And if you don't approve of it, then
You don't bring your kids.
you don't bring the kids
to that one.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Fosse's Cabaret. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. All right, your youth ambassador program too, which is really big.
Yes, our youth ambassador program. We're currently winding down on the letters to join the youth ambassador program. Last year we had 60 youth ambassadors, and these kids in every way are so special, and they put their heart and soul into the program. We do educational training before each one of the shows. We have also split that up, so not only do they have educational training about theater, they also have something fun that relates to the show. For example, last year, they had the whole educational part of the show was pets on Broadway, and we brought the trainer from the Hounds for A Christmas Story, came in from Texas, and brought the Hounds, of course, with him, and they actually taught the kids. He does movies and does theater, and so pretty much every animal on stage, or on film, is trained by this gentleman.
Cool.
And they had the best time. It was really a great educational forum for them.
Okay, finally, I just want to reiterate that tickets go on sale a week from today for Love Never Dies, The Phantom Returns, Andrew Lloyd Webber's Love Never Dies. What is unique about this is we being in Utica, oftentimes we're always in the middle of the week. But because it's a tech show, first time it's been in the United States, basically debuting here. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday with a matinee on Sunday.
Yes, we're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday with matinee at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. And what's unique about this show is that the first two shows, the Friday and the Saturday, are night one, night two subscribers. The matinee will have general public seats. Mm-hmm. A lot of subscribers are actually requesting to move into the matinee. And so we are allowing them as thank you for being a subscriber, to adjust their seats one way or the other, wherever they want to go. If they all want to go to the matinee,
open up seats for.
It frees up great Friday seats because we know our subscribers do have the best seats in the house.
And Friday will be your big red carpet event.
We are currently finalizing
that,
and we'll have a big announcement about that hopefully within the next couple weeks.
Right. All right. Good stuff.
Good stuff, and I have to give a plug, too, real quick. Last night, I went to the Rome Capitol Theater and saw Beauty and the Beast. And the whole community, I'm not going to say kids, there are a lot of kids in the show, but there are also adults. And they did a phenomenal job. It has got to be one of the best community performances that I'd ever seen. They're performing tonight. They're performing over the weekend. If you haven't seen it, it's worth the trip to Rome. If you're in Rome, you have no excuse. You should be in that theater seeing the show. It's wonderful.
Right. Phone number for people who are interested in tickets?
315-724-7196.
Because you could still become a subscriber. You could still
absolutely. We're still taking
the
subscriptions, and the mailers are hitting the mailboxes this week for non-subscribers.
Okay. All right, good stuff there, Derek. Thanks so much. You're doing a great job over there.
Thank you, Bill.